Hundreds of city workers are outraged and gathered to protest outside of the mayor's residence. Some of them even threw garbage onto the mayor's lawn.
All right.
Garbage isn't only piling up on the mayor's lawn, it's everywhere. Sanitation workers across the city had a slowdown on Thursday. Residents have taken to social media to complain about what appears to be an act of protest by sanitation workers against the pending vaccine mandate.
New York City mayor better rethink his mandate real quick. My garbage wasn't picked up today and will get worse when New York City sanitation workers don't show up for pickups and snow plowing. Medical staff shortages. Burning fires not put out. City will be crippled.
If we don't have employed DSNY workers, we will have outbreaks of disease like cholera in New York City. The mandate needs to be relaxed to prevent mounds of garbage on our streets.
If your garbage hasn't been picked up, thank the New York City vaccine mandate.
Bill de Blasio has been in touch with the sanitation department as well as the union that represents sanitation employees. He says this slowdown is unacceptable and that there will be consequences.
Anyone who is not doing their job, you're harming your fellow sanitation workers, and you're harming your neighbors, and you're harming your city, and it's time to stop.
Now, the Sanitation Workers Association fears that the slowdown may simply be foreshadowing a loss of workers coming on Monday. They're moving to snow shifts, 12 hours instead of 8, in anticipation of worker shortages. And it appears that as a result of this mandate, New York City could soon be losing 1 in 5, that's 20%, of its fire departments due to firefighters not getting the jab.
For the mayor to turn around and say we can run this department with 25 to 35% less members is ignoring the fact that we can't even keep firehouses open today. Right now their livelihood is on the line and their paycheck is on the line. If that doesn't motivate them, then me telling them to get vaccinated is not going to help them. There's a lot of people with a lot of stress. They don't know how they're going to feed their families, and they have to make this decision on an artificial timeline.
Despite thousands of people refusing to get vaccinated and protests against the mandate, the World Health Organization is pretty firm. They say mass vaccinations are necessary to stop the pandemic and protect public health.
Vaccines save millions of lives each year. Vaccines work by training and preparing the body's natural defenses, the immune system, to recognize and fight off the viruses.
But there are thousands of New York City's essential workers, police officers, firefighters, sanitation workers, teachers, and others unhappy about this mandate.
Well, earlier we did speak with a police officer in the United States who does think that essential workers shouldn't be forced to choose between paying their bills and getting vaccinated.
I think getting this vaccine should be a personal decision. It should be a decision you make with you, your medical professional. I don't think of a mandated vaccine where the government is ordering you to choose between your personal freedom and liberty and providing a living for yourself and keeping food on your table, keeping a roof over your head should come into conflict. I think it's a huge overreach. I think it's extremely unfair. We can still keep this city safe and go about our business with medical freedom and medical choice at the same time. You know, people that depend on the police force to keep us safe, whether it's in New York, Chicago, LA, or any place else where they have these mandates going on, are going to feel the difference in their communities when crime goes up and they're looking for a police officer and they can't find them. Well, you can see exactly where the slope is taking us. They started with the military, then they moved on to nurses. Now they're moving on to first responders.